Elon Musk is buying Twitter. A few days ago, it seemed unlikely. Only a few people took Musk seriously, and he himself sounded unsure. He said Twitter may not go for his deal. But on Monday, he made an offer that Twitter could not refuse. Elon Musk is paying a whopping $44 billion to buy Twitter. That's 38% more than Twitter's market price. Why is Musk paying this kind of money? What does he want to do with Twitter? He wants to overhaul it. It's not for nothing that he's called a disruptor. He has reinvented cars and sent a rocket into space. Twitter could see some major changes too. But will these changes be for the good? That's what the world is debating on Twitter and elsewhere. Tonight on Gravitas, we'll bring you our take on this. First, the basics. The deal was announced last evening. As of today, Twitter's market value is around $39 billion. Musk is paying $44 billion for it. That's $5 billion more than the market value. Well, he can afford it. Elon Musk, after all, is the world's richest man with a fortune worth $279 billion. The problem is that most of this money is tied up in his companies. So Musk had to arrange the funds from different sources. A clutch of banks are giving him $13 billion, and this is a loan. Then there's another loan of $12.5 billion. And for this, Elon Musk will put up his Tesla stock as collateral. That still leaves him short of another $21 billion to complete the takeover. Where will this money come from? $21 billion. Musk can put in his own money, or he can ask some existing shareholders to join his offer. Next question. Who owns Twitter right now? Around 40% of the company's shares are owned by mutual funds. Almost 37% are with institutional investors. A little over 12% are individual shareholders, and these can be either Twitter employees or individual investors who bought shares from the market, the retail investors. Once Elon Musk takes over this company, the retail investors could be bought out. Some big-ticket investors could stay. The rest of the shares will go to Elon Musk. Now, here's something that you should know. Twitter tried very hard to avoid this takeover. First, it adopted what is called a poison pill strategy. The company board offered existing shareholders more Twitter shares at a discount, and this was done to stop Musk from buying shares from the market. Remember, he already owns around 9% of this company, and for a brief period, Elon Musk was the biggest shareholder of Twitter. There were unverified reports about a potential second buyer. Twitter's board apparently sent out feelers to some potential candidates, but in the end, it was Musk who prevailed. His offer was accepted by the board yesterday. The transaction will be completed this year. The stockholders must approve it first. Then the company needs some regulatory approvals, but all of this is just a matter of formality. By the end of this year, 2022, Elon Musk will own Twitter. What happens next? Well, he wants to make some big changes. And here's the most important one. Twitter will cease to be a listed company. It will be private. What does that mean? Well, you and I, and people like us, will not be able to buy Twitter shares. The company will no longer be listed on the stock exchanges. It will truly be Elon Musk's Twitter. He also says he wants to protect free speech, and that's triggered a whole new debate. We'll take it up in a bit. But what's clear at this point is this. Elon Musk wants to fundamentally change Twitter, and not everyone is thrilled about the changes that he might bring. And this list includes Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal. He took the job last November. He has a new boss now. Agrawal held a town hall after the takeover was announced, and he did not sound optimistic. Let me quote from what he said. There is indeed uncertainty about what will happen after the deal closes. We don't have all the answers. This is a period of uncertainty. Does not sound very confident. Agrawal also said that there won't be any layoffs, not immediately at least. But will he keep his own job? That is the question. Elon Musk has been saying that he's not a fan of the current team, and this was not an off-the-cuff statement. Elon Musk said this in a filing to the Securities and Exchange Commission. And this commission is America's stock market regulator, and I have a copy of that filing with me. This is what Elon Musk said. If the deal does not work, given that I don't have confidence in the management, nor do I believe I can drive the necessary change in the public market, I would need to reconsider my position as a shareholder. Well, that won't be necessary now. He's much more than a shareholder. He'll own the company, so he can change the CEO. And there's a lot of buzz about this, about Parag Agrawal's exit, plus a $42 million severance package. But at this point, it's all speculation. I'm sure some of you are also wondering, why should we care about what happens at Twitter? After all, it's not the world's most popular social network, not by a long shot. It ranks 15th in the world in terms of monthly active users. It doesn't even make a lot of money. You see, internet platforms run on advertising. Twitter made around $5 billion from ads last year. Compare that to Google, $257 billion, over 50 times more than Twitter. Facebook, $117 billion, over 20 times more than Twitter. So Elon Musk is not buying Twitter for its users or its earnings. He's buying Twitter for its influence. And that's why you should care. Twitter is the world's most powerful medium. Top influencers, decision makers, and policy makers are on this platform. World leaders are on Twitter. You could say Twitter is the town hall of world politics. So what Musk does with it could have far-reaching consequences. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.